Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Watcher of the Forest. How are you doing today? Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much to everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And to my ancestors, angels, and benevolent spiritual team, thank you so much for your guidance and protection throughout every realm. Okay, so let's get into this message for you, collective. So the question for today is, actually, it's a statement. The tables have turned in your favor. Yay! Yay for you, right? The first card I pulled out is a king. So be the leader to protect financially, emotionally. How can you use your financial resources and leadership skills to create stability and prosperity? How can you use them? Well, I know number one, you can always give back, right? And my spiritual team are giving me the name of Tony Robbins. I'm sure a lot of people know who he is. He's a wonderful speaker, right? He writes books. Um, he has a lot of wealth. He's definitely a leader in his life, right? Leadership, he has stability and security. But the only way that you can get that, I want to say at his level, right, is to be generous also. You have to have generosity. Give back to people because you cannot have one without the other. And be successful at it, really, right? That's why everybody that and I know that are celebrities and whatnot, whether they're authors or just, people from Hollywood or make movies or whatnot or on TV shows, they always give back. So this card is a king. You can also be a queen. There is no gender in tarot, right? So the question or the statement is, the tables have turned in your favor. That is freaking awesome. The tables have turned in your favor. So let's see some other cards. I'm going to pull 8 cards, all different, okay? All different cards. This is the law of attraction. Let's see what card comes out for you. Spiritual team, what card do you have for this reading, please? The tables have turned in your favor. Be the leader to protect financially and emotionally. It's an earth sign, the King of Pentacles. So you are the King of Pentacles. You're an earth sign. Let's see. Oh, we've got 2. Synchronicity. The universe is constantly sending you signs and confirmations. To repeat pay attention to repeated patterns. Stay mindful of recurring numbers, symbols, and events. They are guiding you towards alignment with your desires, right? Always. They always guide you towards your alignment with your desires, for sure. Intimacy. Deep emotional connection is built on trust and openness. True closeness is a gift. Be present with loved ones today. Share a moment of genuine emotional connection. Well, that's pretty cool, huh? You know, you are a leader. Be the leader to protect financially and emotionally. So, you're using your financial resources and leaderships to, like when you're on I want to say when you're on the vibration of love, right? And allowing in your life, you get back all of these wonderful things that the universe is wanting to bestow on you, right? They're going to send you synchronicities in numbers, symbols, and events, and they are guiding you toward alignment with your desires. It's how it works, folks. It really does. And it's going to bring you great intimacy with the ones that you love, right? So let's pull another card. This is a life messages card. Unity. I bring my focus to the present moment and connect with my inner light. In this union, I find peace in my heart and feel my own divinity shine. This connection gives me a solid foundation to live each day with wisdom and stability. That's wonderful. So you are bringing in wisdom and stability also into your life. Okay, this is a love deck. So let's see what card's going to come out for your reading. The tables have turned in your favor so far. You are the King of Pentacles, you have Synchronicity, or the Queen of Pentacles. Synchronicities in your life from the universe are sending you signs and symbols and events and guiding you towards your alignment with your desires. You have intimacy and unity. Family echoes. Old family patterns may be playing out in your love life. Until those echoes are healed, they keep repeating through new faces. That's so true, isn't it? The tables have turned in your favor, so I do believe that these cards come up if you need to heal from something. Isn't that awesome? You know, maybe you are seeing old patterns in your life. It's time to recognize that it's an old pattern, right? You can recognize it and then say to yourself, okay, I am healing that. I've learned, I've extracted the wisdom out of that, what I needed to learn, right? And now I'm just going to, I'm going to let this old cycle go, right? So I can start a new cycle. And then you will not have old family patterns coming up in your life anymore, right? That would be great. So that's what you do. You just recognize it for what it is, right? Let it go, heal from it, get the wisdom from it, and then open up a new cycle. Okay? Okay, so we need one card, spiritual team. Just one card, please. Thank you so much. Oh. Okay. A loved one from the past will re-enter your life. How awesome is that? A loved one from your past will re-enter your life. The tables have turned in your favor. Well, maybe you've been thinking about this person for a long time, right? Maybe you're thinking, oh my gosh, I wonder where this person is. You know, they're my best friend from a long time ago. I would love to see them again. Bet you anything they're going to come right into your life again. Too many cards. I just need one, please. Just one card, please. The tables have turned in your favor. Wealth, leadership, stability, generosity, and security. Synchronicity, intimacy, unity, healing, family patterns, old family patterns. That's always a plus. And a loved one from the past will re-enter your life. That's a plus too. Inner work. Don't be afraid to prioritize your personal growth and spiritual development. Health and wellness are necessary to enjoy an abundant life. Yes, you're doing the inner work, right? This family echoes. You're releasing the old patterns, closing out the cycle so that you can have a new cycle, right? So don't be afraid to prioritize your personal growth and spiritual development. That's your inner work. Nothing wrong with that. The tables have turned in your favor. That's fantastic. A career change. Does your career fully align with who you are physically, emotionally, and spiritually? Well, maybe you're asking yourself that question. I don't know if my career, maybe you're asking yourself, I don't know if it does. You're just going to have to ask yourself that question, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. One affirmation, please. I might pull more than 8 cards. Let's see. I am embracing change and growth, knowing they lead to a deeper connection with myself. Yes. It's all about yourself, right? I am embracing change and growth, knowing that they lead a deeper connection with myself. Yeah. So you are embracing change. You're embracing this family echoes. You're embracing the old patterns, and you are going to close out that cycle and open up a new cycle. So you're embracing that change and growth. Yes. You are going to grow from that, from doing your inner work, right? From doing the inner work. You are going to grow from that. And it does lead to a deeper connection within yourself. Yes, it does. It really does. It leads to a deeper connection within yourself, right? That's how we grow in our wisdom. And that's, I want to say that's the lesson that your soul will hold on to and keep. And once you learn that lesson, it's gone. I mean, your soul retains the knowledge. Yes, you'll always have that knowledge, but you won't have to learn from that again, is what I want to say. So you won't have to learn from that again. So once you learn it, then it's gone, right? And then you're living your life, and um, another change and growth comes into your life, right? That's just the way the world works. That's the way it works for us human beings here on this earth. But it's so wonderful, I think. Okay, we have duck. Weathering storms, transition, and prosperity. Yeah, you are weathering some storms, right? You're weathering the storms of this. Old family patterns may be playing out in your love life. Until those echoes are healed, they'll keep repeating through new faces. That is so true. Until you learn the lesson, you keep getting the same lesson over and over and over again in different partners, right? But you are weathering the storm as ducks do, right? It is a transition. It's transition through the inner work, through the embracing change and growth within yourself, right? They lead to deeper connections with yourself. Um, that's the transition. And it does bring in prosperity. Yes. To be the King of Pentacles, you need to have all of this in your life, I believe. It's what my spiritual team are saying with these cards. It does bring you closer, or bring you into the King or the Queen of Pentacles, right? You have wealth and leadership in your life, leadership in your inner work, leadership in embracing change and growth, right? Leadership in unity. I bring my focus to the present moment, right? Letting go of the family echoes, the old family patterns, you're letting them go so that you can bring focus to the present moment and connect with my inner light, right? That's the unity between you and God, you and the universe, right? Well, this was a beautiful reading. The tables have turned in your favor. Well, I would say so. And they turned in your favor quite beautifully and handsomely, I want to say. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. I do love you guys so much. And I'll see you on the next one, okay?